Alright, this is Scorpions Bad Boys Running Wild CVT lesson for Mac. This is a part 2 video. These are all of Matthias Jab's parts. The first video we completed page 1. We're at the top of page 2. And I've time-stamped, you'll see in your tabs, where the riffs are. Because we're looking for basically new things. We got the solo coming up here and everything. So at 2:28 into the song, we got 14G, 15B. Use your third and fourth finger, back it with these two. Just like in the other video, you're gonna find similar riffs, you know, like you would with any guitar player. We have our certain go-to bag of tricks. So you're gonna pick both of them, but bend only the G a whole step. Stop it, then go back, do it again, but bend, release, pull off to 12G. So that's 14D, and then bar the 12th fret G and B, vibrato slide. Alright, then at 2:32, you're going to have this one. It's a unison bend, 15B, 12E. We're going to hit them both, but bend the B string only. Back the B string, 15th fret, with the 14th fret on the B string with your middle, just to help stabilize it. Usually with bends, a lot of times that happens. So you're gonna hit them both twice. But the second one, you bend, release, pull off, just like we did in the 2:28 riff. So, and then 14G whole step bend. Then we got this. Anyways, let's break that down. So we got that doing the pull off, right? To 12. When you release, we got to get this index up to the 12B. Keep that angle so we don't get any unwanted string noise. That usually comes from the string below or the string above. And particularly when you're bending, depending how far you're bending, you're pushing other strings up. So you got to be really aware of that. Sometimes we got to mute over here. You know, you only got that much room in between strings. So I haven't heard you play yet, Max, so you know, some of these may be no big deal and others will. And you'll see the notations for bend, release, pull. So we ended on the 14G, bending, 12, 15B, down, up, 12E down, 15, 12B, 12E, and on that 12E, do a knuckle shift. Don't really lift it. That takes time. So if you can, as opposed to, alright, so. And then we need 15B and G. You'll have to experiment with fingering. I would go knuckle shift the pinky from 15B to 15G. And then this is out of the E minor pentatonic scale. Doing the 6th note pentatonic. 14, 12. So we have, and then 14D. Knuckle shift again, down to 14G, back to 14D. So we have a down, up, down. Bar the 12th fret G and B, quarter step bend. Alright, then to finish that out, the next line down, it's just finishing through the E minor pentatonic scale. 14, 12D, 14, 13, 12, 10A. But on the 10A, if you can, get a pinch on it and do a bend release. Okay, then there's a rest. The next thing that comes in is at 2:40. These are all like pretty close, you know, within each other, these little riffs here. It's the 17 high E, whole step bend, vibrato. And as you're vibratoing, pick again, then release, and pull off to 15. So it's, again. 17B to 16G after that. And then 15, 14G. So it's a little chromatic thing there. And then, let's see, where are we at in the tabs? 17D. And then 810 EA. Just a power chord, so. That's that part. Okay, then the guitar solo comes in. So this is when you hit this C power chord, which is what you would call this one, 8E, 10A. So they're saying way. You just let it ring out. And then this solo comes in at 255, and it's intense, man. Start with this again, the bag of tricks, 14G, 15B. Third and fourth finger, back it with a couple, but this time Matthias is bending both of them a whole step. A lot of times it's like the upper string being bent. He goes, right? You'll see in your tabs the bend line kind of goes out long because I want you to know that it's not going to be. It's then open E, just bar dive. And then this part is just insane, the way he's doing some of this stuff here. You'll go open B, and then some double pull-offs here. 4-2 open on the G. You're going to pick the 4 only, and do the same thing on the D, 4-2 open. And you do a rest right afterwards. So. And you want to subgroup them and work on the speed, you know? Alright, so if you listen close, man, this is crazy. He goes up right after that to the 12th fret on high E and B, and he'll hit that quickly. Oops. And then you'll go 4-2 open on the D, pick, pull, pull again. But lead that right into the 4 on the G string, which would sound like this. I'll take it from the actual 4-2 open. From the 12. What made him think to go up here? I don't know, but it sure sounds cool. Alright, so the next part of the solo is, and these are kind of like in Crazy Train, you know, when you got that type of stuff. So now, some more with this technique. 4-2 open on the G, pick, pull, pull, and do the same thing on the D. And then you'll pinch harmonic 5D and slide. You'll have to experiment this. It's a higher frequency pinch harmonic, and it's back kind of right in front of the bridge pickup. Here you get different frequencies there. So find that pitch right in front of the bridge. Alright, then this part is crazy, man. Even playing it standing up is tough. We'll go. Where are we at again? 7, 12. So pick the 7D. You're going to want to lower your thumb, hammer to 12. Pick the 7G, hammer 12, pull to 7, and then 12D. So it's those 6 notes, and it repeats twice. And then it starts again. Oops. But But you don't repeat the whole one the third time. So you do 7, 12, 7, pick, hammer, pull, and then go 9, 7, 9 on the G, pinch harmonic vibrato, and then 8B. Killer run, man. I'd have to sit down longer with it to articulate it, get it to the speed that Matthias is at. Some weird beats in it, and some stretches, as you can tell. Alright, the next thing is 12A, third finger, slide up to 14, some pentatonic minor stuff. And then 12, 13, 14 D, bar the 12th fret G and B, quarter step bend, and then 14 D. So it's, and then knuckle shift down, but we're gonna bar 14 G and B, back it with both fingers. You're gonna need them. You don't want the B string slipping out, because what he's doing is bend, release, pull off to 12. So it's right. So and then 14 GB again, bend, slide. Try again. Okay, then the next one, 14G, third finger, 12B index. Give the third finger some help here, put the middle finger behind it, and they're like unison bends, same notes. You're gonna go 4 times of this, which would be, do that down up, because it's quick. That's that part. Then go 15, 12B, bend the 14G, and then go 12, 17, 12 on the B. So you'd have, it's a good subgroup there. If you took it off the 4th time through on those unison bends, the 12th fret, and went. Oops. There we go, that was it. Then you do another one of those unison bends, and then 15, 14, 12G, 15D, that is in there, believe it or not, and then 12, 14, 15G, so it's, and if you have to subgroup it in groups of 2 even, or 4, then connect them. Okay, then this part's really one of the, there's so many unique parts. I know I keep saying this, but what made him think to do this, it's a chromatic run. You'll pick the 12B, hammer 13, hammer 14, hammer 15, and pick 15 and bend it a whole step. And you'll do the same thing on the high E, by the way. Oops. Sounds like an old Atari game. And then, oops, 11, 12 on the B. You'll see the notation for the rest as well, Mac, when you do this, because you have a rest, and then 12B, same thing on the G without a rest. 13, 14D, 13A. So, then this part kind of reminds me of 𝐂𝐄𝐒 or something right here. Pinch harmonic, the open B, and then hit it again, short rest, and then you'll have this going on. There's more to it, but that finishes that page 2. So, oops. Oops. So if slowed down, 4-2 open G, pick, pull, pull. Same thing on the D. Then open 2 open on the G, pick, hammer, pull. Listen close, you'll hear that in there. And then 4-2 open on the D, pick, pull, pull. Back to the G, 4-2 open. Then the D, 4-2 open. So we have. It's awesome. And he's going that quick on it. Oops. And then open 3-5 on the E, pick, hammer, hammer. And then open 5-7 on the A, pick, hammer, hammer. So if we can subgroup those. And then 5D, pull off to open. And then page 3, almost done here. 9-7 open on the G. No, on the D, sorry. Same thing on the G. So. And just work on it, the speed will come. The one that may slow you down is the 5 open on the D, because we're used to doing these 1, 2, 3 notes. Okay, then we have 9G, 3rd finger, 8B, middle finger, and bar the 7th fret on the G and B with your 1st and go. You're going to pick them both and pull it off to 7. So it's bar the 12th fret E and B, rest, and slide. Right? And you know, maybe subgroup that. And then we got the, then that's it for the solo. Then at 3:22 you'll hear some more cool little filler riffs Matthias is throwing in. 8-8-9 on the D, palm muted and alternate picked, so it'll be, and then 12G with a pinch harmonic. You're going to do that 3 times. Slow down. Make sure you can see that. Alright, and then, so yeah, 3 times there. Then the very end of the song, 350. This is all pentatonic. It's cool how he fit this in rhythmically, but he did. It's try that again. Making sure there's no pull-offs there. I think he alternate picks that whole thing. I'm getting some slop in there, man. There it is. 15, 12, 15 on the E. It's all alternate picks. 12, 15, 12 on the A, E, A. So we have 14, 12, 14 on the A. 12, 14, 12, D, A, D. 14, 12, 14, D. We have 12, 14, 12, G, D, G. And then 14, 12, 14, G. 12, 15, or 12, 14, 12, B, G, B. And then on the B string go 15, 12, 15. And then 12 high E, rest. E minor pentatonic scale. For most people, they're usually a little bit harder ascending. Most people are more comfortable, you know. Going back's a little tougher. And the fact that he's not pulling off or hammering makes it a little tougher. When you're going through that Mac, make sure to be touching, when you leave a string, to go down below, make sure you're touching the above string to silence it. All the way through, right? And it don't have to be with both fingers, the index can handle it. And there you go, dude. I think this video is about to shut off. So, yeah, got it in. I appreciate it, man. I had a blast doing it. Matthias is definitely one of my all-time favorite guitar players. So, when you requested the CVT lesson and wanted Matthias's parts, I did get a little excited. And had a good time doing it, trying to get every single note right for you in this. If you have questions, you are one of my students. My CVT students are my students. So, hit me up. You have my cell phone. And I really enjoyed it. Thanks, man.